Part 3. My question is this. How did she get in there to kill him? How did she get into that prison to kill that man? How did that someone get into that prison to kill that man? I think there ought to be an investigation of the prison systems in Oklahoma. You can turn on the street cameras of 2010. Right out there by the First National Bank. Because it was right there that I seen him. And it was nighttime. But still, the man stood up and told Mike that I was a special woman. And that floored me. The person wearing my husband's skin stood up and said to this guy named Mike that I was a special woman. I'll never forget it. I was sitting there talking to a girl named Erica. And this girl named Erica said one thing. She said, don't kill a snake unless you're going to eat it. I think that place ought to be investigated. The prisons of Oklahoma. I think they ought to be investigated. Of course, I probably just put myself in a lot of danger right now, but I really don't fucking care. After what I've been through, after what I've seen. I mean, I've seen things that would make your hair stand up on your head. I ended up in this hospital up there, Las Vegas Boulevard, in Las Vegas. I'm hearing this woman down the way saying, want blood. And then she says, get off me, you vampire. And then this doctor looks at me and sees how red my skin is. The kind of burn that is in the atmospheric burning video. And this doctor looks at me, and then he starts running toward me. I'm like, I sat up, and I said, no, I'll live. I'll live. And then he looks at me, and he says, he hangs his head down like this, and he says, you want a cookie? And I said, okay, you want a cookie? So I accepted the cookie. I've been through a hell of a lot. I guess that's what that song means. When you walk a mile in my shoes, then you learn how to sing the blues. This is stuff I'll never forget that I have seen. If my husband hadn't went to that woman, my husband would be alive today. But instead he's dead. But the funny thing is, there's no obituaries. I wonder what they did with the body. Not. I wonder what they did with the body. Well, anyway, this Tammy Sue stuff will be voiced by identification card only. Nestor by White Search Bench. If anyone's supposed to kill him, that should have been me, since I took his place and dug my way out of blood and fire. The man told me when I first met him in Gainesville, Florida, that his fangs grew on a full moon. More or less that he was a vampire. I nicknamed him Spirit Wolf. There was a timber wolf. This couple was sitting there with a timber wolf, a big black and white timber wolf. Beautiful, too. It was a very, very beautiful timber wolf. That's the reason why I nicknamed him Spirit Wolf. I have an Indian heritage, more or less. Mama proved that we were kin to Pocahontas. And now I got to tell you about something else. Jeff, James, and Damon, before Warren was killed. We were on the street. We were hitchhiking. We were just traveling, more or less, on feet. And this was 2008. Well, in 2008, we met these people. Or was it 2009? 2008. Anyway, we met these people up there in South Carolina. Jeff, James, and Damon. They gave us this vehicle that was a Buick Rendezvous. It was gold in color with a dark brown strip at the bottom of the doors. But anyway, it was a Buick Rendezvous. And, well, we was going to church one morning. They have this church up there. I forget the name of the church. But anyway, we were going to church one morning. And for some reason, I looked back. And I seen a trail of smoke across the road. I seen it go across the road. Across the highway. As we crossed it. And then we went over this bridge. And it looked like it looked like the sunlight was so bright on the water. And there I thought I entered heaven. I entered hell. A living hell. Warren takes me, this person at the church offers to buy us lunch, and wanted us to come to their house. Well, lo and behold, I'm sitting there on the couch, and they have this white little poodle dog, little terrier. It looked like a poodle, but it was really small, about like this size here. Anyway, I heard this voice inside me. It was a man's voice. I heard this man's voice inside me say, "Crystal meth." And the next thing I know, this man beside me, calling himself my husband, Warren, is reaching for my neck. And then the man that invited us to the house brought out some white shirts, slapped them on the table. He seen the white shirts, and he left me alone. The man that was supposed to be my husband. Anyway, I guess that man, Warren, or somebody who shape-shifted into looking like him, was going to feed me to that family. This is not a joke. It's real. Schumachers, I think, was their name. Schumacher or something like that. Schumacher. At that church. Anyway, you can look them up. Jeff Armstrong in South Carolina. I remember Jeff's name. But you can look them up. I thought I entered heaven, but I entered hell. I began to have to fight for my life. I have fought cannibalism, werewolfism, vampirism. I fought the whole 9 yards. And I have to keep on fighting it. So I wonder why that star brought me back to life.